We're just going to start out here in bridge. This is a lovely little sequence if you just want to do a little bit of practice at home, but you want something that's going to be super kind on your back. Take a moment to lie down, hugging the knees into the chest, maybe just lifting up that tailbone, but just being really mindful of the back, and then releasing down. We're going to lift up into bridge. But before we do that, take a moment to lengthen through the spine, chin to chest, letting the head settle down, open out the chest. So maybe like squeeze the shoulder blades together, let the palms rest out. Walk the feet in towards you. Take a moment just to tilt the pelvis, so flatten out through the back. And this might be just where you stay for the first few times that you do this. You maybe just lift up a little bit higher and then lower down. But I'm just going to lift the whole of the back up. The arms are rested down, but I'm just going to move this arm out of the way so you can see. So I'm just going to lift up. And I've got the whole of my back up. I've just got the very tips, my sort of very tips of my shoulders on the ground. And I'm just going to push my feet into the ground. Any tweakiness whatsoever here in the back or any other part of the back is your tip just to lower down. If you're lowering down, just take your time to lower down. And then just come back to your breath, flatten through the pelvis, and maybe just lift up a little bit and then slowly lower down. Otherwise, you're just going to hold bridge for another breath. And then take your time lowering the back down. And just build up the length of time that you stay in bridge. And just play around. There's lots of different variations in here that you can watch for that. Rolling to your side. Coming up onto your hands and knees. Just carrying on being really kind to the back. Hands under the shoulders, knees are under the hips. Cat-cow, inhale in to let the belly sink down, lifting up the head if that feels okay. Rounding the back, tucking the tailbone. Closing down the eyes, just tuning into your breath. And it might be that you want to add a little bit of movement, sitting back towards child's pose, maybe rocking forwards the channels of the wrists, and just maybe little things like bringing in a little figure of eight, or it might just be that you just want to stay here in a traditional cat-cow, just tuning into your body. And then bringing the body to a neutral spine, knees nice and wide and sitting back into child's pose, letting the bum sink back towards the heels, letting the body sink down into that space. And just noticing the hips. With the wider the knees are, the more you're going to be able to open out into the hips. Super slow with breathing. Taking your time to bring the body up. Thank you.